I'ma check my field. You claim to be a genius, man, you can't fight it. You might flip a script, but you know you didn't write it. I'm coming up at you really old school like Houdini. The ibbity-bibbity bop, I boom boom like Mancini. Feed me, hip-hop, exotic like Kiwi. I got more power than the Rangers on the TV. Jumping on the track, spinning to it, then I dismount. My styles are more free than the 5-finger discount. Lift me in your mind and pass me the brain shovel. I'm thinking, baby, all my mentals into your level with the boom boom, bitty-bitty bop to the bang. If you swing your thing with the gang, you can hang. Come and ride with me and the nocturnal crew. To the old school for the deja vu. I whip a track in hand with more jazz in Utah. Deeper like a tuba, dive into it like a scuba. After my style change, gang will remain. Rhyming to the day I need Big Daddy's cane. I'm sick of New Jacks trying to compete. I go put on my Pumas and watch Beat Street. But I'ma let them know cause my soul's full of mischief. Even your moms will say, damn, the kid's sweet. A lot of rappers coming out harder than rugby. That's cool as long as you respect BDB and W. Don't demand respect and forget you gotta earn it. If I hop to hip-hop, then take yours when you deserve it.
I can't help but laugh at it. It's stupid.
I'll be the victim.
All your life.
Come and get one in the yarbles! If you have any yarbles, you eunuch jelly thou!
I know that you're gay.
Stay back, slut!
Oh my god, there's so much ass.
Well, hello. Looks like I'm here right as my first viewer is here. Oh, what is up, True Epinosis? I've always liked your name. That's a cool name. Check this out. Do you want to see something cool? Right. Liquid Death. Yeah. Wicked Can. Sure. Look at this. Liquid Death. Tiny little can. Guess what's in it? It's not water. It's chapstick. What? Look at that chapstick. In its own cute little can. I had to have it. But what's up? How are you? Thank you very much for picking this channel tonight. It's a nice place for you to be, I think. Where did my chat go? There we go. Death is so convenient these days. Imported from Canada? What are you talking about? Oh, like Canadian death. Right, I get it. It's a little dark. That's okay. Well, convenient and not Canadian, which is nice. And it will not murder people, but it'll murder your thirst. And conveniently, it has its own code. And I have a code. So yeah. How do you like them? Well, it's not apples. It's, what is squeezed to death? It might be orange. I think it's orange. I just spilled some, because why not? But anyway, where is everybody? Off doing things. Important things, probably. Looking around, I think Bancroft might be streaming. Whoops. Not like it seems to have disrupted anything, so that's fine. He probably doesn't care. How are you, True Epinosis? I hope I say that right. I feel like that's how you're meant to say it. Who knows these days? What do you think of my background music? Is it tight? Oh, that's better. I thought it was sick. Wicked little beat. Yeah, I have no rhythm. I have no flow. But I do have new glasses. Aren't they amazing? Anyway, I also have a little tablet thingy. Where is it? This little tablet thingy. Because an amateur artist doesn't need anything fancy. A little $30 tablet will do. Came with a pen. Can't go wrong. I can feel what's the word I'm looking for? Legit. I can feel legit. Too legit to quit, as it were. Do people still say that? My eyes are all gooey from pollen. There's pollen outside, which I know because everything is coated in this like greenish dust. So like our black chairs are like a green color. Let's see if I can share my screen. Aha! I can. So yeah, figure I would talk a little if I felt like it, and draw a little as best I can. We'll see. We'll see how I do. Probably not great, but we'll see. also wanted to talk about liars. What do you think about that? Epinosis. Who's watching? All right. Check something real quick, and then I'll get started. All right, let's see how I do. I want to do like a lighthouse. But I also want it to be like the compass for a map. It's like a lighthouse. That is also a map compass. I don't know if I can do it, but I figured I'm bored. I'll give it a shot. But also, let's talk about liars. That's never good. Imagine that you had a friend who you just couldn't trust. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about friends you can't trust. Because we all know a person like that, right? I think we might. Starts with small stuff. The first lie is usually kind of pointless. Doesn't mean much of anything. Especially not to them. Right? Pointless to the point that it's kind of insulting. Like, why would you even do that? You know, maybe they say they're working late. You know? But you find out that they're with friends. Essentially harmless, right? Who knows? Maybe you ask. Maybe they look you like dead ass in the eye. And they say, no, no, no. I did work, I swear. I was at the office, I promise. You know, whatever the little lie might be. It's usually about something like that, though, I would think. The lie itself doesn't really matter. You know? It's the reason for the lie. Why do they lie? It's not to avoid a fight. I don't think liars are afraid of fighting. They probably thrive on it. I know some of the liars that I've known certainly have thrived on it. Lying. But I think that first lie is usually a probe, it's a test. You know? See what they can get away with. Can they get away with? And you fall for it. You know, you're a good person. You let it slide. You let them get away with it. I'm not sure I like how that looks. I think that's okay. Well, anyway. Letting somebody get away with it, that's the first mistake. You know? Maybe my first mistake was thinking I could draw this. See, I got close and I don't like it, but maybe that's just because it's a sketch. I might start it over. What's going on in my chat? Let's take a moment. How about that? Oh, nobody's here yet. Oh. Uh-oh. Where'd it go? I lost the sharing of it. Oh no. How do I do it again? I lost it. Oh. I'm looking over on the side. It's at the bottom. There we go. Anyway, what was I saying? Something about the first lie, I think. The first lie people tell to you when they're your friend. When they say they're your friend, anyway. Because that's a doozy. And a liar's first lie is never the last lie. Obviously. It's the opening act. The small lies are like practice training wheels. And they're practicing on you. Yeah. Practicing on you. Even though they're your friend. They shouldn't be practicing on you. But they're building confidence. You know? The liar's building confidence as it works on you. Testing you. Seeing if you will accept it. The lie. And then that becomes their training ground. You know. Lies get bigger. Stronger, more detailed. They're not just bending the truth anymore. Now it's just a whole new truth that's bigger. They might even get other people in on this new truth. Yeah, probably. You could say they shattered the truth. You know, on another subject, the mirror tool really is great. I recently discovered it, and it's a joy. And I'd like to do this for my my fantasy map. Maps need a compass. Much like friends need someone not to lie to them. You would think. But lies get bigger. to get more elaborate. Like I said. Oh, I did it again. I shouldn't have done that. Every time I move it, I start thinking it looks weird. Gotta not do that. Yeah. I want this to be on my fantasy map. And speaking of my fantasy map, liars make a fantasy world. A whole fantasy world. That they expect you to live in. And some people do. Some people live in the fantasy world. The fantasy world that is now inflicted upon other people. And sometimes that friend that is a liar, they might even start believing their own bullshit. You know? It's a thing. Liars start believing their own lies. So it's no longer even lies to them yet. Not yet, but anymore. It's twisted. Sick. Sick people out there, man. Sick, lying people. And that's dangerous, too. You know? Lying, being a liar, having followers who believe your lies. For a lot of reasons. Super duper dangerous for a lot of people. I feel like I sound like Donald Trump. How does that look? I'm gonna erase some of this when I think it's done. I mean, when I think the beginning part is done. I think that looks okay. For my first try. Looking at a picture of a lighthouse. So yeah. To these people who are liars, now it's just the truth. I don't know if lighthouses usually have windows, but I don't mind have windows. But yeah. When you have a friend who's a liar, then and you trust them, it starts getting crazy, taking root. Now it's not about the words for you anyway. Now it's about life. And I mean, you can't trust a liar, can you? Not really, no. Do people? Sure. All this time. Should they? No. They should not trust liars. And yet they do. But you can't trust their actions. You can't trust their silence. Because even their silence is a lie, you know? You can't even trust your own memory around them. And that's That's really crazy. I mean, unless you've been smart and guarded yourself. Then you might be okay. Maybe. But do you remember? Have you ever known anyone who was such a liar and you had placed so much trust in them that they affected your own memory? That's a little crazy. Seeing that happen. That's no fun. A clear, straightforward conversation. Let's say it's about plans. Plans for the weekend. Right? Just plans. Nothing to it. Let's say you bring it up later. And they look at you like you're crazy. You have two heads. They'd say, "We never talked about that. What are you talking about?" And they could say it with such conviction that maybe you start to doubt yourself. Whoa. Like I'm doubting myself with this pen right now. What is happening? But yeah, when someone you trust lies to you, now you can't trust what they say, and then they tell you, "Oh, I never said that." And they can say it with such conviction, and you're doubting yourself, and you're imagining it. What's that called again? I think that's called gaslighting. I don't even have to tell you, you know? I don't even have to tell you, "Hey, you're crazy." Because you feel the crazy. Wow. Was I imagining that? Gaslighting is one of the liar's favorite weapons. They lie about your perception, makes you crazy, makes you rely on them more. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy indeed. I feel like it needs something more. Yeah, when you start feeling that way, maybe I'll do. You could start building yourself a defense system in your head about how you're not crazy. You know? That only helps them, of course. Especially if they start telling other people. But you can take mental notes. You can do whatever it takes. The liar has got a hold of something in your life. You might be screwed. You can create sort of a friendship paper trail to survive. Every conversation can be a deposition. You can record everything they say, clip things, say stuff. You can do that. That's a way to do things. You basically become a fact checker for yourself. I like that. I like that a lot. Not becoming a fact checker for yourself. But I like my lighthouse so far. I like the idea of a floating lighthouse. Yeah, it's a full-time job being a fact checker for someone else's life. Takes an immense emotional toll. Trust is the foundation of every human connection, basically. Every meaningful one. It's the glue holding stuff together. And when you realize you can't trust a liar, your whole structure then starts to crumble. You know? Which is crazy in itself. Crazy times. You're living on shaky ground. You know? Waiting for the next earthquake, as it were. If you know what I mean. You could get anxious, you could get paranoid. You can start pulling away, not just from that liar friend, but from people who genuinely care about you. Defense mechanisms. That sort of thing. The friend, if that's what you can call this person, teaches you a crappy lesson. That you can't trust anyone. Not even people you want to trust. They were a wolf in sheep's clothing, and they gotcha. You know? Your ability to trust is poisoned. Poison running through my veins. You're poison. I don't wanna break these chains. What else should I have? This will be fun. But there's an ultimate betrayal. You know? The thing that really breaks you when it's a liar who was a friend. That you couldn't trust them with your vulnerability. It's another problem. Gotta be able to be vulnerable with your friends. Or else, what even is that trust? Think about it. Think about it. Who do you tell your fears to? Who do you tell your insecurities to? Maybe you don't tell your friends. I'm sure there are dudes who don't. I don't know what dude relationships are like. If you believe that a liar friend can take these pieces of you and hold them, fragile pieces, hold them carefully, delicately, I can't. Because liars take those fragile things and use them. They use them up. Casually. Which means that they are using your insecurities to control you. No matter what it is. It doesn't matter to them. They're just a liar. You know? Crazy to think about. They take your deepest secrets and they weaponize them. Which is crazy. You know? Or they could dismiss those insecurities with more lies. You know, who knows? They get creative. They get real creative. Make sure I know I'm filling all this in. They tell you what you want to hear just to keep you placated. So everything becomes cheap, everything becomes meaningless. No trust. Sad. Oh. So you can't trust that liar friend. Not with your time, not with your heart. Nothing. You couldn't trust them to show up. You can't trust them to be honest about who they are. Anything. Anything at all, really. They can't have your back, especially not when it matters. That would be a real mistake on your part, to trust a liar to have your back. Because a person who lies to you, they've shown you their fundamental character. Haven't they? Really have. Their own comfort, their own ego, all more important to them than you. Obviously. That looks weird. And you can't give them a second chance. How can you forgive them? The second chance, even if you do forgive them, it's not real. It's just giving them more ammunition from now on till forever. It's all just ammunition for a lie to hurt you, mess with you. You're signing up for more rounds of a game that you can't win. Best thing for you to do is not to play. You know? Only way to win, not to play. And it's a poison running through my veins. That's a fun song. But it's a poison that's everywhere right now. You see it online, influencers, you know. There are a bunch of them liars, gurus, just personalities, lying for clicks, lying for content, you know. Influencers, they're just your liar friend on a massive scale. That's what it is. Big lies. Massive scale lies. They build brands on lies. They lie about their perfect life. They lie about having products. They lie about effortless success. They lie about hard success. They lie... Boy. Oh, I don't want to delete that. They lie about struggle. You know? I think I saw something happening. There we go. What is this? I am behind in the chat. Holy cow. I apologize. Let me take a second. What's up, Billy? How you doing? He's got a comic. Go check that out. He'll be honest. Thanks, Billy. What's up, Mo? How you doing? Am I getting a tattoo? No, not this one. I'm trying to design the compass for the map for my fantasy novel. I don't think I'd get a lighthouse tattoo. I just thought, since my fantasy novel takes place in a land that's like waterlogged, watery, oceanic lots of sea, etc. That a lighthouse might work, might look cool. Trying to be a little different. Allie, when did you learn to draw things that aren't penguins? When did I draw a penguin? I don't remember that. What's up, some person? A rare Allie stream. Is the stream rare or is Allie rare? Like my steak rare. Saying hello. Mo says, give who second chance for what? I'm talking about liars, Mo. Down in the dumps? I'm not down in the dumps. I'm concentrating because I don't think I'm a very good artist, so I'm trying to concentrate so that I can make it look okay. I might be a little bit affected by the pollen that's outside. How would you feel if I never gave your show a second chance after that time you called me a monkey? Mo? If you're not a monkey, why is your name Mo? Firstly, those are the first two letters of monkey. Secondly, I call like everybody a monkey. Thirdly, what do you got against monkeys? But fourthly, thank you. I appreciate your presence. You're great, Mo. You don't have to do much. War campaign is already doing its job. Okay. I'm just drawing. Talking about liars. Justice for Mo. Mo is not lying. He's exaggerating for comedic effect. That's totally different. It's really not your job to make stuff up about me. Can anyone who was here earlier give me some context? Well, I was here earlier, and I'm just talking about liars. That's all. My life is freaking far from perfect. I grew up in a doomsday cult. Wow. Well, at least that's interesting. You know, you've got that going for you. Madness, I kind of hate Talk Studio because it's like double click to update right over your full name. Madness Enter is all I see. I'd rather draw TalkStream, but that is just me. Fair enough. Hell Pop. Oh, it's Pops. Okay. Helmo. Everyone is hailing. Hi, Allie. Dante said to call him. I'm gonna be in trouble, but I don't know who that is. Did I forget somebody? If I forgot someone, I apologize. Tell me who Dante is. Streams from Allies are rare. For the record, Allie has never called anyone else in this history of this channel a monkey. Yes, I have. And I stopped calling so many people monkeys, actually, after you got mad about it. So, I apologize. For, I guess, any offense I may have caused. Billy, am I a monkey? I don't know. The Killer Karen Show? Okay. Was it that guy that was on the show with her? I don't have his phone number. What? Can this person write me? If I've been on a show with them, I should be able to be messaged or something. But I don't think I have his phone number. Justice for Dante, yeah. Dante Sinferno would be a solid porn name. It is me, Goofy Lol. Oh, okay. I'm supposed to call you? I don't have your phone number. Ugh. It's getting cold. Anyway, I'm all caught up, I think. I hope everybody's still with me. Caught up. I don't know why I said that so dumb. Anyway. What was I talking about? People who build their brands on a lie. That's who I was talking about. Anybody, really, who build their brand on a lie. Sell their success on it to you at overpriced cost. You know how that goes. I don't like that scribble at all. They might even create a curated world where you're the hero. You're saving somebody from something, or something from somebody. It's possible. They don't want a connection with you, though. Liars don't want that. Not a real connection. You know what I mean? They want your attention. They want your trust. They don't trust you. A liar is not going to trust you. Ever. Not once. But ultimately, even if it's a liar you personally know, a liar wants your money. Hubba, hubba, hubba. The liars want your money. Who would have known? Who would have thought? Who would have thought liars want your money? It's a shock, really. And they're good at getting it, too, aren't they? Liars are. We've all known somebody like that, I think, in our lives. Yeah. They'll take those insecurities that I mentioned earlier, if you have them. They'll take your thoughts, monetize them, monetize your friends, monetize anyone who thinks that they're your friend, or they're the liar's friend. Just like your friend used their secrets to control your world. Now it's on a massive scale. Liars. Good at that. Real good at that. Jareth the Goblin King levels of good at that. Yeah. But whether it's a friend or an influencer, ultimately it's the same game. That's the name of the game. That's a fun song. If anybody remembers that. That's the name of the game. Just now there's better production. Bigger budget. Money. Hubba, hubba, hubba. Follow the money. That's what they all say, right? Don't like that scribble. Woo! Hubba hubba hubba, who you gonna trust? Money! It's a gas. I've gotta send a text real quick. Pardon me. That didn't rhyme. Did you know? I was reading about this the other day and I found it quite fascinating. There's a phenomenon. It reminded me of stuff like COVID, cults, stuff like that. Where if you join the group, right? Your brain just goes away. You no longer have a brain anymore. It's gone. You don't even realize it. It's just fucking gone. And imagine when that, like, group is controlled by a centralized liar figure. Well-funded. That would be crazy, right? How, according to this study, and I can't remember what it is, I should have bookmarked it because it was pretty interesting. I read a lot of it. But everybody's brain just collectively goes away, and now they have anonymity on top of it. And probably, you know, everything else going on, daddy issues, you know, stuff like that. But they become totally blind to reality. Otherwise reasonable people just become weird shells, squawking what the group is allowed to say. Like a yerk. They're overtaken. Our brain. Partially because they believe that they're the leader of whatever group they've joined is like some sort of perfect idol, usually. Or maybe they just like belonging, they like to fight for something. I thought about this when I was in high school a little bit. I was like, wow, we don't have anything to fight for anymore. We've pretty much gotten everything that we need. There's nothing left to fight for, so probably people are going to start getting real weird. And guess what happened? That plus the internet made everybody retarded and crazy. And now that there's just thousands of pockets of little liars. You know? That's a crazy phenomenon to think about. I wonder if there's a study on that. You know? Yeah, it's rampant. And even though a lot of the time it's anonymous, people find they can't leave for whatever reason. They can't leave their little ironic matrix. Because they belong. We belong to the light, we belong to the memory. We belong together. We belong. That's a nice song. You should listen to that song when this stream is done. It's underrated. Pretty 80s song. We belong together. We belong. That's what people like. They want to belong. They want a cause. Fight for the cause. People like that. People have no chill. You know? So, what am I talking about? Do I have anything to offer here other than my scribbles? Sure. What do you suppose I have to offer? What do I have to offer? What have I learned dealing with liars? Dealing with people you can't trust half as far as you could throw them. What have I learned? What have you learned? Ugh, I don't like that scribble either. I learned Control Z. What can you do though? Can't fix them. I wouldn't try. They don't want your help. And the only way somebody will change is if they want to. Most of the time you gotta learn that the hard way. It's a shame. You know? You have to start seeing the pattern. You must become a noticer. And I understand that's hard for some people. Some people can't notice patterns. That's what IQ tests determine, right? Pattern noticing. But once you notice the pattern, you have to be able to step away from the pattern as well. I don't like that. Step away from the pattern. Notice the pattern and step away from it. Your health will probably improve. Don't like that one either. You know? Acknowledge the poison. The poison running through my veins. The poison. You have gotta break those chains. Poison. I'm singing the cover of that. Obviously, not the original. Think I can hit Alice Cooper notes? No. It's a good song, though. But then there's also, That Girl Is Poison. That's a good song, too. Who sings that? I don't remember. But anyway, see the pattern, acknowledge it, and do something special. I gotta go back in here. Where is it? See the pattern, notice it, and then I'll say it again. But I won't. I'll let Frega say it again. Hashtag walk away. Where'd my chat go? La 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 la. I'm behind. I apologize. What do we got? Alright. Tomorrow it's finally supposed to drop down to the low 80s. Sick! I don't know where you are. It's been pretty chilly here. That damn freaking groundhog. Destiny Queef and Dante's Inferno do great scenes together. Okay. Built your brand on a lie. Since you won't elaborate, I'm gonna assume McDonald's messed up her order. For real! I haven't eaten at McDonald's in a long time. Dean has done nothing except be amazing and wonderful and awesome and perfect, and I love him. Have you guys seen our wedding rings? They're great. Well, this is our engagement ring. It has T-Rex bone in it and Australian opal. And then this is my wedding ring. It's beautiful and I love it. It's a garnet. I don't like diamonds. I love Dean. He's wonderful. I guarantee everything Dean does, he means it. Jaded. That's a song too. If you want to see Allie on the Killer Karen show, you'll have to copy this link. Mo Biggs. Am I being vague? What's vague? Is that a... What is that emoji? Is that like a bug? I think I need a new monitor. I have no idea what that is. Dean looking up one Risey, one kangaroo, and a cup. Oh my god. I don't think so. You guys want to read some good shit? Mike Barron's 10-year series is awesome. Cool beans. Canceling cancel culture, gotta love it. Hunting Alice. I don't know anything about Hunting Alice. I'm not involved in that. Gay vampire show? No. I wasn't ignoring chat. So I think that this lighthouse is really great. It's one of the better things that I think I've scribbled. It's not done, obviously, but I was getting really into it and talking. Who you gonna trust? Hubba hubba hubba. Allie needs a drink and a smoke. It'll make her feel better. I don't do either of those things, though. Not really. Crazy Mad gave Dean and I some blueberry wine, and I had a little of that last year. But I don't really like drinking. I have some sake that's not opened. That was my dad's. I don't know when he got it, but he died in 2018. And then I just took it. And then I have some wine I've been saving for a special occasion. It's actually Maynard James Keenan's red wine. But I don't know when I'll drink it. I was like, I just need to have it. I feel like at this point, Allie should be laying on a couch and paying us $200 an hour to listen to this stream. I apologize. You sound like you need a bat and a malfunctioning printer. Oh my gosh. I love that movie. I should watch that movie. That's a good movie. Jared Leto and 30 Seconds from Mars. Is that his band? I don't know. Frega told me his Jared Leto story once, and it's actually insane. About, like, Jared Leto answering his door in a Jared Leto suit. It's a really funny story. If he ever streams again, you should ask him about the story if he'll tell it. I think he has on a stream before. Dark Triads. A TPS report, oh no! No, when people like me file reports, nothing happens, so... Read some Mark Twain, you'll feel better. Mark Twain is good. He's genuinely very insightful. But I hate to say it, but I'm more of an Oscar Wilde girl. His satire is just primal. Cluster B's, more like Cluster D's nuts. I don't know what that means. A long soliloquy. Oh. One of my exes considered that our song. We did not, in fact, belong. Oh no. What I appreciate about this stream is that there's more to it than Allie just dumping her abstract emotional baggage on us, but we have to dig for it. There's no emotional baggage here. Like, I'm just talking about a universal experience that we all have. You know, we've all known liars. And it's crazy how... I mean, I told you I was reading this study. I'll have to find it. I think I bookmarked it. And it shocked me. It reminded me a lot of 2020. You know, there's the vaxxers and the anti-vaxxers, and all the vaxxers got, like, weirdly turned on by telling all the people who are like, maybe we shouldn't do this. What to do. Talk to Frega. He knows. Frega knows things. Unlistenable? I'm told I'm unlistenable. I apologize. Look, I've never been funny. I sent out the link. I think probably everybody's busy. It is Friday. Billy! Don't you have a husband you can tell this to? I do! My husband's awesome. He's not awake right now. You guys should follow him. He's awesome. Emotional terrorism? Golly. I'm a good singer. Thank you. I try. Also, I know you're reading chat, Ellie. You're too curious not to. I'm reading it now. I only have so much screen. I was considering getting 2 screens. Maybe that'll help. See? Next, Allie will talk in cryptic riddles. I'm not very good at that. I'm not very good at riddles. In fact, I was watching some show with Dean, and I don't remember what it was, and they said some riddle, and I answered it, and I was really proud of myself because I knew it was the right answer. But then it turned out I was only answering a fourth of the riddle. Oh, it was Ted 2. Ted Season 2. There's a part where they're, like, playing D&D and they have to answer a riddle. And it's not like it was a hard riddle. But I only heard parts of it, I guess. And instead of saying that it was, like, in case you guys haven't seen it, I'll hide it. But instead of saying, like, the entire answer, I only shared a quarter of the answer. And I was really pleased with myself until I realized that I'd only gotten it a fourth correct. So that was funny. I know. No offense to your dad, but sake is kind of sake. I think if it's warm, it's best. He also had some weird alcohol that's like made by this this rockabilly guy who pretends to be a vampire. And I have that. Mark Twain's autobiography is good. He gets dark in that. I didn't know he actually wrote one. That's interesting. Who is Oscar Wilde but the sassy gay Twain? Yeah, fair enough. Your husband should stream so we can watch his streams. I've told him that, but he doesn't feel like it. And, you know, you can't tell him what to do. Maybe if people asked him, he'd consider it. That's probably the best that's gonna happen. This picture is a prequel to Allie's story about a cursed lighthouse titled The Blight House. I am offended. I would never name something so obvious. Someone watches the Ted Show? Yes, I've watched both seasons now. And the first season was really funny, except for the Christmas episode, which really sucked. Because all of a sudden, it was about how the guy's cousin is a lesbian. And it was boring and terrible and out of nowhere. But the rest of it was really funny. And then season 2 was also really funny. I adore his mom. His mom is so sweet. And, you know, she's all any woman can really aspire to be, you know? Just a sweetheart who loves her man. And season 2 was pretty good as well. Except for the weird random abortion episode, which again was about his cousin and comes out of nowhere. And you're just like, why? Why do both of these seasons have one really stupid, annoying episode and they both have to deal with the stupid, like, commie girl? But it was better than the Christmas episode, though, because at least, like, they weren't all, you know, way to go for getting an abortion. Like, they did a pretty good job portraying people who would want to stand with their morals. That was interesting. I don't think that there's been anything like that on TV ever, really. But it still was not the best episode. The rest of it was really funny, though. We always ask him to stream. Have you attempted forbidding him from streaming? I would never forbid him to do anything, Mo. Do you understand? I don't think you understand how this works. No, I don't forbid him. I wouldn't even try. He would... What would he even do? I could try and prank him. Be like, Dean, you mustn't. I can't keep a straight face, though. I don't know how I could do it. He'd just be like, go stand in the corner. I'm really okay. I don't know. All I can say is maybe he just doesn't feel like it right now. But I can't tell him what to do. The autobiography is a collection of all his attempts at making one, enough to fill 2 very large books. That's funny. BoJack Horseman is like that. It's great, but 1 episode per season is the throwaway woke episode. Yeah, what is up with that? Reverse psychology? Mo. You don't understand. I can't do that. Maybe Dean can get hockey on? I doubt it. Hockey hates Dean. Hucky's got an old-timey beard now. Oh, that's fun. Alright. I'm caught up with the chat. Thank you for dealing with me. I appreciate you all. I just guess, I think maybe I'll close. I don't think anybody's gonna come hang out or anything. But, oh no! That was dumb. It was like, you have been muted. How long was I muted for? I hope it wasn't muted for very long. Anyway. Sign up. The Haunting of Bonneville Manor by Lady Allie. Also, there we go. I will most likely have... What is that? Stop. Oh, okay. I'll most likely have sent my egg beater artist the final pages in the next couple weeks, and he'll finish that and send it on to me. I'll do some of the lettering live, maybe, or at least I'll like take a video of doing it or something. I'm just ready for it to be done. I have people, obviously, that have been waiting for it, and I apologize for it taking so long. But it's right around the corner to being done. Oh, okay. I was trying to press the thing that says go away. It was like right on top of that. There's like a little hide thing. Takame is really busy. Now I forget what I was saying. I got new glasses. Wow. Amazing. People care. Are you and Rainy still working on Meathead? Rainy pulled out, and I don't know if Will's gonna use the script that he had me write for him. But obviously it's his and he can. So I'm not sure. You'd have to ask him. Yeah. So RIP is going to come soon as well. That we're actually going to do on a Shopify with a counting app so that it will effectively look like a crowdfunding, but it's just a pre-order because everything's done. Like the book's ready to go. And honestly, the amount of money that Indiegogo takes is just crazy at this point. It would be losing money, and I don't want to lose money, but I also don't want to upcharge it to, you know, people who might want it. So I just got a Shopify. The link is through my link tree, I think. And right now it looks like a sign-up page, but as soon as we've got it ready to go, we'll go live with it. It'll count everything up, and I can't control that. It's like an app that you install through Shopify, and it tallies everything up and shows you that. And then also you can get everything right away. It takes way less taxes. Like, it's actually crazy. I might just do Shopify from now on, honestly, because the craziness of, like, if you sit down and do the math, the Indiegogo math, at this point, they're kind of ripping you off. I hate to say it, but I think at this point it's only viable for like electronics and toys. So probably going forward, I'll just do Shopify with the CountUp app so that it's transparent and everyone sees it. I think that might be it. I'm hoping I can do some more live streams soon. Oh, I did get a work from home job, data entry, just so that I can push through the final stuff of Egg Beater, because that's, you know, my responsibility to get it done and get it delivered, and that's what I need. So that is what I'm doing. And it's like a data entry kind of thing, so it's pretty fun. I've done this kind of thing before. But I'm going to keep working on what I'm working on around. I've got some books I'm writing for other people as well. And then just around the house, I do like landscaping and stuff. Obviously, you guys can't see that, but little update in my life. I hope you enjoyed my little lighthouse experiment. I think it did okay. Thanks for hanging out. There are no slurs that have been directed, you silly. But yeah. I think that's about it. Thank you very much for hanging out and being cool and listening to my rambles as usual. I feel like I'm missing something, but oh yeah.
Don't trust them, never trust them, don't trust them.
Remember, never trust a hoe. And good night, all.